Hi, today I'm in Sweden. I'm doing an Energizer vlog all around self-awareness. The first time I heard the phrase self-awareness was actually on a leadership program that I attended many years ago in Nokia called Focus. It was actually all about how do you see yourself, how do others see you, and how do you get the best out of others by understanding yourself. It struck me at the time as being a little different than the way I'd perceived things. I'd always seen that, there are some people who are good to work with, some people who easily work well with, and so just try and focus and spend your energy on them. But actually, from starting at that training and then researching self-awareness, doing a lot of assessments, becoming a trainer, thinking about these things, I've learned that actually diversity and understanding yourself in the context of working with others is actually a really important gift. It's actually the way you really understand how you lead yourself to happiness. So what do I mean by that? So I mean that often we end up getting frustrated with certain people, or certain people who push our buttons, who can wind us up, who somehow frustrate us. And it's not actually them that's frustrating us. At least not the way I see it now. Maybe it is sometimes, but often it's actually my perception or my view, or maybe something that they've pushed a button in me, that's something that's made me realize that, maybe I need to do a bit of work on that. There was a story many years ago. I was working in a very small team and a new team member came, and she was very detail oriented, and anybody who knows me knows that that's not always my strength. And so she asked a lot of questions and pushed a lot of buttons in me. And what did I do? I projected it back onto her. I started to point the finger at her and say, she's difficult. Why is she not looking at the big picture? Why is she not doing it this way, that way, the other way? And it took actually a performance review from a manager at the time to actually say to me, hey, Jason, have you thought about it? Why are you reacting this way? And I realized that it was exactly this, that it was my own insecurities about, am I detailed oriented enough? My own insecurities around, do I dot the I's and cross the T's in the way I should, that were actually causing me a lot of pain. So when I turned it around and I saw it as an opportunity for me to grow, I actually started to proactively go to her and ask her, hey, can you check this through? Is there anything I've missed? And that allowed me to, first of all, let go of my ego, let go of my frustration, but also then to let go of my own view of myself, that I'm not detail-oriented, because over time I realized that actually I am. And she, less and less did she find any problems, and more I found that I was handling these things myself. So I had a limiting belief of myself, and this was causing me a lot of problems. Had the same challenge in my personal life. So with my wife Tara, she's brutally honest, and she calls it as it is. And I remember the first couple of years we were together, this was a source of a lot of difficulty for me. It was something that I didn't like, it that she was calling me out and saying, no, that's not actually the way it is. I see it this way, I see it that way. And I took it as trying to defend myself. I got all defensive and started to say, no, I'm not, I don't believe that, and all the rest of it. My ego started to defend me and say, she's just being unreasonable. Why is she picking holes in you, this. But actually, again, it took me some time, but I got there in the end. And I realized through self-awareness, through asking questions of myself and being curious, that actually, maybe she's right. Maybe I shouldn't make a lot of promises about what I'm going to change and what I'm going to do. Maybe I should just focus more on just being and getting things done. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. So why not just let go? And it's these aha moments, these kind of moments when you realize that something's either gone very well, or particularly with feedback, when somebody gives you feedback about something that you don't see in yourself. So I remember in one of my programs I was doing something and somebody said to me, you create a really safe space, Jason. You create a safe space for everybody to really be able to talk. I just never considered that before. Just being me and doing it the way I do things. But afterwards I realized that, she's right. And that is something that is a strength of mine, and that's something that then I start to use in my marketing and start to talk to people about, so that when there is change I can handle that. So self-awareness is really important. Is there anybody around you that you're saying no, 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 or you're pushing against? And can you turn that into something positive? Can you turn that into something that you can actually learn from? And second question is for you, is to think about how much time do you take to focus on your own self-awareness and your own growth? Of course, we're all busy, but at the end of the day, the way I see leadership, both in personal life and in work life, that if my goal is to be happy, the more I focus on self-awareness, the easier that goal will be. Thank you.